the new college football playoff rankings have been released, and y'all could check those out. But I'm going to mainly concentrate on the paths for some teams to go to the college football playoff here in this video here, because there's no way a two-loss team gets in. Sorry, not in the current 14 format, but in a year from now, that's a different story. Obviously, Georgia has Georgia Tech this week, and they're going to play Alabama the next week. Georgia just needs to win out and just guarantee themselves in. Even if they lose to Alabama, I don't know, is it enough for them to be out? That's the whole thing. And of course, we know Ohio State and Michigan play each other this week. I really do believe whoever wins that game will destroy Iowa. No offense to Iowa, it's just the truth in all this. And you know what my pick is, and I picked Michigan to beat Ohio State unless they prove me otherwise. Obviously, Washington flipped with Florida State, but it makes sense. Washington went on the road and won at Oregon State, and they have a better resume right now. Better strength of schedule. Washington obviously plays Washington State this week in a rivalry game, and we don't know who they're going to play in a Pac-12 title game. But if it is, let's just say Oregon, and they beat them again, or regardless who it is, they're going to get to the college football playoff. But if they lose, I think they might be out. Because if it's Oregon, and Oregon has Oregon State this week, and that's going to be an interesting game, they're going to get it. They're going to get in. If Oregon beats Washington, they should get in, obviously, as long as they beat Oregon State and then Washington who get the redemption. If somehow Oregon State beats Oregon, then there's a two-way tie for second with Oregon and Arizona, and neither have played each other. So I don't know what would happen in that case. So we'll have to wait and see. But obviously, if Oregon loses this Saturday, they're not going to get in as a two-loss team. Just plain and simple. And of course, if they even get to the Pac-12 title game and then lose to Washington, they're done. That's obvious. Now, Florida State, on the other hand, that's going to be a little bit tricky because of no Jordan Travis for the rest of the year due to that gruesome leg injury. They obviously have Florida this week, so it's a danger game right there. It's a rivalry, and it's on the road. If Florida would have had Graham Mertz at quarterback and not their backup, maybe things would be different, and some people would pick Florida over them. But, you know. But here's the catch for Florida State. They're going to have to play a possible one-loss Louisville team. I mean, that's the thing. And they have a healthier quarterback, and their defense is solid. So, yeah, and it's going to be more neutral site. I don't know. If Florida State obviously wins out, they should be in. Should be. I mean, that's the truth. And if Louisville beats Kentucky this week and beats Florida State, they could have an argument to get in, but that one loss is so bad. Well, obviously for Texas, they have to win out, beat Texas Tech, and whoever they play in the Big 12 title game, they need to beat them. And then hope for a little bit of chaos. You know, that's the thing, some help. I mean, that's the truth. And Alabama, they obviously just need to win out. If I didn't mention them already, Alabama needs to win out just to get in. I mean, that's the thing. Or give themselves a shot to get in. No, that's just being realistic about all this. Maybe you could argue 2 and 3 with Ohio State and Michigan should be flip-flop, but that's just one little thing in the top 5. And it's going to get rectified this week. And I really do believe the loser of that game is pretty much out. They're going to be at number 5. Outside the top 4, that is, for sure. That's a guarantee. And not only that, they would be behind the 8 ball when compared to a one-loss conference champion. Too. I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, and I don't know why Tennessee's still in the college football playoff rankings, to be honest. I mean, who have they beat? Nobody. And their losses, of course, Georgia was a blowout. Missouri was a blowout. Alabama was 14 points, but you get and then a 13-point loss to a current 5-6 Florida team that could very well miss the bowl with the loss to Florida State. I mean, 4 double-digit losses. Yeah, I don't know why they're still in. But I think Clemson is only in because of North Carolina went. And obviously North Carolina and Utah and Kansas had to drop out. But Kansas was still playing with the third string quarterback. And the argument for Kansas State and Oklahoma State, I could totally see why they put them that way, because look, Oklahoma State has 2 bad losses to UCF and South Alabama. Kansas State's losses are closer, even though both those teams went head to head, and Oklahoma State won straight up. And that's the thing. But I could totally see either way on that. So, And I really, honestly don't believe Iowa has a shot to beat Ohio State or Michigan. I'm just being real. If Texas were to play Oklahoma State, yeah, and Oklahoma State wins their game, obviously this week they're going to be in because they own tiebreakers. But if somehow Texas loses this week, then it's a little bit of craziness. 4-way tie for first place. That's the thing. And Texas really just needs to hope that Oklahoma State's ranked high enough, because they need another quality win in there. They had that win over Alabama, and that looks good and all. Trying to think who else they beat Kansas State. That's currently in there. That's 2 wins. They did lose to Oklahoma, and Kansas is no longer ranked. But you know the point on all that. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm not, even if Texas does win out, do they still get left behind because of that loss to Oklahoma? But we'll have to wait and see. That's just going over some realistic options, and we'll have to wait and see what happens in all these games here. I mean, not just this week. You guys wait and see what happens this week, obviously, because that will determine some of those conference championship games next week. So anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribing. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more, so I can make money off this. Of course, liking the video, commenting the video really helps the YouTube algorithm, so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and hit the notification bell as well.